Friends, have you ever looked in the mirror and felt like a stranger? Not just because your hair's a mess or you're tired, but because deep down you're not sure who you really are anymore. You wake up, go through the motions, do what's expected. But sometimes you wonder, what if I had a different life, a different path? Would I finally feel whole? Now imagine this: every morning you open your eyes and you're living someone else's life. Not in a dream, not in a movie, but real, tangible, unexplainable. This is the story of a man who stopped knowing who he was because every sunrise he woke up as someone new. His name was Elias. At least that's what he thought it was. Because on day one, that's who he remembered being. Elias was a quiet man, mid-30s, worked in IT, lived alone, kept to himself. He wasn't depressed, but he wasn't living either. He was existing. But that morning, he woke up in a bedroom that didn't belong to him. The walls were blue. Family photos he'd never seen lined the dresser. He ran to the mirror, and what he saw was not his face. Older, grey in the beard, a scar under the left eye, hands that looked like they'd held tools for decades. This was not Elias. But somehow how it was. He panicked, rushed to the bathroom, splashed water on his face, still the same reflection. And then a voice called out from behind them. Door. Dad, are you okay? A young girl, maybe 10. Come on, breakfast is ready. Mom made pancakes. Mom? Elias's heart raced. His head pounded. He opened the door, and there she was. A little girl with his eyes, running to Hugh. Him. He didn't know her, but she loved him. The next day, he woke up again. New place, new body, new life. This time, he was a young man, barely 20, living in a cramped apartment, surrounded by books and medical notes. A pre-med student, anxious, exhausted. On the desk was a suicide note, half written. He read it. His hands trembled. Later that day, his phone rang. Hey, it's Mom. I just wanted to say I'm proud of you. He didn't know this mother, but the voice broke him. Day 3, he was an elderly man in a nursing home. His legs didn't move. His roommate never spoke. No visitors came. But when the nurse walked in with a small cupcake, she said, "Happy birthday, Mr. Ray." He smiled, tears in his eyes. He didn't know why, but he felt loved. Day 4 was a soldier in the middle of a battlefield. Chaos, explosions, blood on his hands. He was terrified, and yet his body moved with instinct, saving a wounded friend, carrying him through smoke and fire. When the medics arrived, the friend whispered, "You saved my life." Again, Elias, or whoever he was, felt something stir inside. Courage, honor. Day after day, he lived lives he couldn't understand. One day, he was a millionaire in a penthouse, lonely, surrounded by fake smiles and glass walls. Another, he was a monk in silence, peaceful, alone but whole. Then a prisoner, then a single mother, then a blind painter, then a dying child. Each life cracked something open in him, a truth, a piece of humanity he'd never seen before. He saw pain behind laughter, strength behind silence, love where he thought none could exist. And through it all, one question haunted him: why is this happening to me? Elias reached a breaking point. One morning, he woke up as a homeless man. Cold, hungry, unseen. People walked past him like he didn't exist. He begged for food, for dignity. And, when a young boy finally offered him a sandwich, he broke down in the street. Not because of hunger, but because of kindness. That night, as he lay under a bridge, staring at the stars, he whispered, "Why? Why am I being shown all this?" And for the first time, he heard something, not a voice, but a feeling, a realization that flooded him like sunlight. You were never meant to be anyone else. You were meant to see them. Each life had been a window, a lesson, a mirror. He'd envied others, compared his life, his failures, his emptiness, to people he thought were happier, better, freer. But now he knew no one had it all figured out. Everyone carried invisible burdens. He wasn't cursed. He was being awakened. The next morning, Elias woke up, and this time it was his room, his bed, his body. He ran to the mirror. His real face stared back, the same tired eyes. But now they were filled with light. He stepped outside and noticed everything: the warmth of the sun, the laughter of strangers, the smell of rain on concrete. Nothing had changed. And yet, everything had. He passed a man arguing on the phone and felt compassion. He saw a woman crying in her car and wished her peace. He helped a stranger with their groceries, no reason, just because. He was Elias again. But now he understood. Life wasn't about escaping his own story, it was about living it with open eyes. Friends, sometimes we envy other people's lives thinking they have it easier, better, happier. But every soul has its shadows. Every smile hides a struggle. The real gift isn't waking up in someone else's shoes. It's learning to walk in your own with gratitude, purpose, and love. If this story touched your heart, leave a comment below and tell us what you took away from it. And if you want more stories that make you feel deeply and think differently, subscribe and join us in discovering the mysteries of the human soul.